GME was on the threshold list for 35 days before reaching $500, and the buy button was taken away. Tomorrow will be 30 days for AMC, just saying. What is going on, guys? Lottery Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Today we have a lot of stuff to go over with AMC, GameStop, The Spy, as well as Ape, and some numbers that we have that just came out. All I ask you guys to do is watch until the end of the video so you don't have to watch another update video here on YouTube, and please hit the like button. It helps me out. It pushes the video out to more apes and more AMC shareholders like you guys so everybody can have the same information. And if you want to join the family on this journey to financial freedom, make sure to hit the subscribe button and have post notifications turned on. Now, to start off the video, I wanted to touch on the threshold securities list because it lines up way too perfectly with earnings, with the chart, and I want to prep you for what is about to happen with AMC, all in my opinion. None of this is financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. So GameStop was on the threshold list for 35 days before getting to its peak right around $500, and then the buy button was taken away, and AMC is on the threshold securities list for about 29 days now, at least probably after today it will be 29 days, leaving about 5 days left after tomorrow. And what do we have on August 8th? We have earnings, which lines up 35 days, AMC being on the threshold securities list. I'm not holding it to it. I'm not saying, listen, 35 days, this is their peak because, you know, that happened with GameStop, so it's going to happen with AMC. I'm not saying that, but it's definitely something to pay attention to, and it's not our only piece of evidence that I wanted to point out. The cycle that we have drawn out for AMC and that we've been tracking shows that we made this divot, we're coming back up, and we are about to flash to the downside. That's exactly how AMC is trading. Go back down to this relative low. I'm saying at least $4.50. I could be wrong, right? It's definitely risky depending on if you play this or not. Also, if you don't keep up with my channel and don't keep up with my videos, obviously I'm diamond handed for years. I own a lot of AMC. I'm just going in day by day and giving you guys the data, giving you guys the outlook on the algos, etc., etc. Now, we're at an important point here because the threshold securities list, earnings, the earnings date, lines up with this flash on AMC right at that same exact point. What's happening here is shorts are preparing for no matter if earnings is good or not, because we know AMC, even with good earnings or bad earnings, shorts take advantage of this. They're going to drop this thing, in my opinion, on earnings. I think they're going to flash it down as soon as earnings hit. There's a scenario where it comes back up to $5.13 before flashing down, but I don't think that's personally going to happen. I think it's going to crack at least down to $4.50, and if not, break below that, coming down to $4 even, coming into mid to late August before getting that next major rip. Now, this also correlates over to GameStop, which we're going to talk about in 1 second. But yesterday I posted a video calling FINRA, the SEC, and this is what happens apparently when you ask the president of the NYSE why AMC is on the Reg SHO list for 41% of the year, but has not been legally covered. That's right. Somebody asked about this to the NYSE president and they blocked them over on Twitter. What do you guys think they're doing to Adam Aaron? Because remember, he called, picked up the phone, they said, sure, taken care of, off the list, and it didn't reflect in the price action. And speaking of price action, I want to talk about not reflecting in the price action, but lining up with AMC's sell-off. There are a lot of puts being bet on GameStop, which follows AMC, a 1,744% increase from yesterday in put buying on GameStop. So they are betting that GameStop is going to fall even further, as well as AMC. There are a lot of puts being bet on AMC as well. Now, correlating over to price action, before we get into the ape numbers, AMC is sitting at 29.93% short interest, so literally just brushing 30% short interest, which we have not seen in a very long time. Utilization at 81.7%, cost bar average sitting at 350%, and a max of 361%. As for ape, the short interest dropped about 8% in a single night. I don't know how this happened. It didn't reflect price action. It's sitting at 10.67% short interest, utilization at 93%, and the cost bar average still sitting only at 7% for ape. So why did shorts stack onto ape and then cover on ape? Sitting at $1.80. It did not reflect too much on price action, or they could have matched sell orders with the buy orders, or just re-shorted, and we could see that in 2 days, but we won't know for another 2 days. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments down below as to why this happened. Are they anticipating something with the court case? And speaking of the court case, that's the next thing that I wanted to jump into. Izzo's attorney called the $100 million bond draconian. Does that mean they don't have it? You can see right here, defendants demand draconian bond terms against objectors that they never required from plaintiffs. These overhyped concerns and unreasonable demands ring hollow. If defendants believe their own math, then waiting 3 weeks to correct a problem raised at the settlement hearing costs AMC approximately $25 million. They should welcome some preemptive action. In other words, AMC asking for this $100 million because of the cash that is being burnt during the lawsuit and because of the blockade that is being caused, not raise AMC money and in fact burn money. They're basically saying this is absurd. This is absolutely nuts. What do you guys think Judge Zern is going to do about this? You let me know in the comments down below. Finally, another touch on the Goldman Sachs analyst. Apparently, he was a big follower of a meme stock account online and occasionally interacted with meme stock accounts, which just furthers our tinfoil hat theory. And it's not that far out because we know these higher ups get killed time and time again. Now, before we get into GameStop, the SPY, other additional stuff, hedge funds have lobbied lawmakers to disrupt new SEC rules. Turns out representatives of private equity firms, venture capitals, and hedge funds have lobbied lawmakers to disrupt new SEC proposals, which were the transparency regulations meant to shed light on the U.S. money market fund industry that Gary Gensler was pushing. And basically this was just to increase transparency in the market, and then finally you saw them trying to fire Gary Gensler. So maybe Gary Gensler wasn't the best, but maybe this is something that they were trying to avoid, thus getting Gary Gensler out of office. Because remember, Citadel also wrote a letter. Apparently other hedge funds have lobbied lawmakers as well. GameStop trading at $21.02. I expected a bounce. We got a bounce on this trend line. Now we are fighting this resistance level at this trend line, and I didn't expect GameStop to flash back down just based off of the cycles, but more institutions betting puts, a lot of puts on GameStop, has me wondering what is about to happen with GameStop. Is it going to follow AMC in that flash to the downside, or is this just some sort of liquidity tactic? Are you guys playing GameStop? Where do you think it's going to go? Because as of right now, the cycles line up where I expected it to go, lines up, but the puts, people purchasing puts, does not line up. Now, before we get into the SPY, make sure to join the Discord. The link is right under the video, guys. You will not regret it. I'm in there on the daily. Plus, we have 500 of the most amazing people who talk stocks all day long. So whether you're an advanced or beginner trader, this is the place for you. We also have options trading alerts in there and more. Anytime you have a question about something, anytime you will need to know something about a stock play or an opinion, this is where you go for it. Best vibes in Discord. So make sure to pop in there. The link is right under the video and in the description. And if you guys want up to 16 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock, use my link, download Moomoo, sign up and make a deposit. It can literally be a penny. You will start getting benefits from there. Plus, you get free access to level 2 order book data, trading options, going long, going short, viewing other exchanges, and more. Again, those links will be pinned in the top comments and linked under the video. Now, yesterday, the SPY got smacked because of the credit rating. It's trading at 449.43, down 0.15% on the day. SPY actually based at a decent spot, but it had a lot of volume on that sell-off, and today there's barely any volume. Right here, the SPY is matching buyers and sellers. I think 444 is going to be the bottom line where the SPY does get a bounce, but it does look slightly weak. If anything, the SPY is going to come down to 444 before getting that next pop, if it does come down. Otherwise, we would need to see volume pick up for the SPY, but I don't think the SPY is entering a crash or a bear market just yet, just because of the credit rating. And another firm reason I believe that is because we track crypto, major cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum with the overall market. Bitcoin runs, the equity market runs, vice versa. Bitcoin falls, equity market likely to fall, and Bitcoin has held up perfectly strong. So I don't see the S&P 500 going anywhere. There's also other things to back it, but I do like to look at crypto. Now, a couple things to close out the video: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa BRICS to settle global trade in local currency, ditching the US dollar. Finally, puts on Robinhood. Not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but Robinhood stock falls after broker reports a user decline, and disclaimer, don't use Robinhood. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Make sure to share the video, drop a comment down below, have post notifications on, hit the like button on your way out. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.